Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, because the FBI just went full blockbuster, and the internet will never be the same. That's right, CCTV footage from D4vd's own house has leaked, and it's shaking the celebrity world harder than a Kardashian family fight on live TV. Forget what you thought you knew about him, because this is the kind of scandal that makes all other gossip look like a quiet knitting club. Imagine your favorite artist, usually smooth, calm and untouchable, suddenly caught in raw, unfiltered moments that nobody, not fans, not haters, not even your nosy neighbor, were ready to see. The footage hit the internet like a ton of bricks, sparking memes, wild theories, and fan reactions that range from total disbelief to outright chaos. People are tweeting, posting, and freaking out like D4vd just stole the Declaration of Independence. Yes, it's that insane. And here's the twist. This isn't just a peek behind the curtain. This is a full-blown reality bomb, a shocking expose, and a dramatic roller coaster all rolled into one. If you thought you could scroll past and stay sane, think again. The FBI just made D4vd the star of the most unexpected, jaw-dropping show of the year, and you're about to witness every shocking second. Let's rewind and set the stage, because this is where things go from, interesting to holy chaos. Call the fire department. D4vd, the man whose music usually makes you feel like you're floating on a cloud, suddenly became the central character in a real-life thriller. And no, Netflix hasn't even picked up the rights yet. The leak didn't arrive gently, like a polite neighbor delivering cookies. It hit like a meteor crashing into a pool party, splashing drama everywhere and leaving everyone drenched in disbelief. For years, D4vd has cultivated this ultra-polished, I'm untouchable, I'm cool, I barely blink persona on social media. Smooth posts, perfect angles, cryptic captions. He practically invented the look mysterious while looking like a snack aesthetic. Fans thought they knew him. They had their favorite songs on loop, memorized every lyric, maybe even had a shrine in the corner of their room with his posters. But none of that prepared them for what the FBI just dropped. Because suddenly, behind the scenes, behind closed doors, the guy we thought was untouchable was human, messy, awkward, unpredictable, and, dare I say, wildly entertaining. And that's where the first bombshell hits. The footage reportedly shows moments so out of character, so off script, that fans couldn't decide whether to laugh, cry, or call a therapist. 1 second, he's calmly sipping a drink like a celebrity sipping champagne on a private yacht. The next, he's pacing, gesturing, and possibly arguing with. Well, we'll get to that. It's chaotic. It's dramatic. It's every reality TV trope condensed into a single living room. Think of the most outrageous scenes from shows like Keeping Up with the Kardashians or Love and Hip Hop. Then multiply that by 10 and sprinkle in FBI-level intrigue. That's what we're dealing with. Now, let's talk about the leak itself. How did it happen? Who's responsible? Was it a rogue agent? An accidental file sent to the wrong email? Or did the universe itself decide to punish D4vd by exposing his every awkward move to millions of people? Nobody knows for sure, which only adds to the allure. The FBI, usually known for dull press releases and long reports written in bureaucrat speak, suddenly became the ultimate drama producer. They didn't just leak footage. They handed the internet a ticket to a front row seat of chaos, and people responded exactly as you'd expect. Memes exploded. Twitter went into meltdown mode. TikTok compilations started popping up faster than you could say controversy. Fan reactions were priceless. Some were horrified. I can't believe he did that. One tweeted, as if the world had just ended and D4vd was personally responsible. Others were amused, creating memes that made the footage look like a scene from a low-budget spy movie. The internet, of course, did what it does best. It transformed this personal, intense moment into a full-blown cultural event. Clips circulated, theories multiplied, and the hashtag war ignited. Der D4vd leak, der FBI chaos, Barch I can't even, all trending within hours. It was the kind of social media storm that makes journalists forget they're supposed to report news, not participate in the circus. But let's pause for a moment and examine the context. Because the drama isn't just, he was caught on CCTV. No, this is layered, theatrical, and borderline cinematic. D4vd has always been a master of image. He posts, deletes, posts again, leaves cryptic messages, builds anticipation. He's the kind of guy whose Instagram story could be considered performance art. And suddenly, that carefully curated image gets ripped apart in 30-second clips that show raw, unfiltered reality. Think of it like watching a superhero remove their mask and reveal, surprise, they're just a regular human who trips over their own shoelaces sometimes. The first reactions among celebrities were equally dramatic. Some friends reportedly reached out in panic, asking if he was okay. Others, well, they were quietly sipping their coffee, ready to harvest the drama for content later. The footage also sparked wild rumors. Was this a staged leak, a warning, an accident, or just the universe reminding us all that no matter how cool you are online, you can't escape real life? Every theory was wilder than the last. Reddit threads grew like weeds. TikTok challenges based on his gestures started trending. Even late-night talk show hosts were referencing it before they could finish their monologues. And here's the kicker. The public wasn't just watching. They were invested. Comments ranged from, "I can't believe this is real," to, "This makes my life look like a boring documentary." Fans dissected every second of footage. Body language experts, meme lords, conspiracy theorists, all suddenly converging to analyze, debate, and dramatize every movement D4vd made in the clips. Every shrug, glance, and sip became evidence. Every footstep, a headline. The drama didn't just unfold, it exploded, ricocheting through the internet like a pinball of chaos. Now, let's talk tension, because if you think this is just, he did something weird in his house, you're missing the layers. The footage reportedly includes interactions that were, well, let's just say eyebrow-raising. Some moments make you gasp, others make you snort laugh, and some make you go, wait, what did I just see? It's a roller coaster with no seatbelts. And the more people watched, the more frantic the reactions became. Every clip uploaded seemed to outdo the last. Every meme pushed the envelope further. And D4vd, probably sitting somewhere, realizing his private life just became public entertainment on steroids. Finally, let's not forget the absolute absurdity of the situation. The FBI, an organization usually associated with seriousness, intelligence, and, well, adulting, suddenly became the ultimate reality TV producer. They didn't just drop a hint, they detonated a drama bomb. And while we don't know the full story yet, who leaked it, why, and what the aftermath will be, the first wave of chaos was enough to make history. Fans, celebrities, media outlets, and random keyboard warriors all had one thing in common. They couldn't look away. Not for a second. Not for a millisecond. This, my friends, is where the story explodes. The carefully constructed image of D4vd, the master of cool, smooth, Instagram-perfect persona, has been shredded, dissected, and digitized for the world to analyze. And if you thought this was the climax, oh honey, we're just getting started. The reactions, the memes, the theories, they're only going to escalate. The drama is primed to snowball into something so outrageous, it will make every other celebrity scandal of the year look like a polite tea party. And yes, that includes the Kardashians. By the time this first wave settled, the world had learned one thing. D4vd is human, vulnerable, chaotic, and apparently, the FBI is now in the entertainment business. The stage is set, the audience is screaming, and the next chapter, well, it promises twists so wild, so outrageous, that you'll need a seatbelt just to watch. Because this isn't just a leak. This isn't just CCTV. This, my friends, is the beginning of a digital drama hurricane, and no one is safe from the winds of chaos. The chaos didn't stop with the initial leak. Oh no, this is where the story turns into full-blown internet theater. As soon as the footage spread like wildfire, the reactions weren't just loud, they were nuclear. Fans weren't simply watching, they were creating content at the speed of light, dissecting every frame like forensic detectives with a caffeine addiction. Every glance D4vd threw, every subtle movement, every pause in the footage became a viral moment. Memes popped up faster than fast food chains during a free fries promotion, and they were savage. One clip of him adjusting his hat, meme gold. Another of him sipping water, internet history. It's as if the universe handed the online community a buffet of chaos, and they couldn't stop themselves. Celebrities couldn't resist either. Some tweeted cryptic lines like, "We all know the tape now," sparking a frenzy of speculation. Others posted vague emojis, leaving fans to decode them like ancient hieroglyphics. Even late-night hosts jumped in, creating segments so outrageous you'd think D4vd personally flew into the studio to hand them the footage. And the comparisons? Oh, the comparisons. Some joked that this makes Kanye's Twitter meltdowns look like polite book club discussions. Others claimed it was more chaotic than the Fast and Furious franchise. but with 100% more awkward pauses and no stunt coordinators. Of course, the memes didn't stop at clever jokes. People began crafting wild analogies that no sane person could have predicted. One viral tweet compared a single eyebrow raise in the footage to Thanos snapping his fingers. Suddenly, half the internet disappeared into speculation. Another claimed D4vd's pacing looked like a hamster trapped in a treadmill running for world domination. And that, my friends, is just the tip of the iceberg. Social media became a pressure cooker of outrageous humor, speculation, and absolute hysteria. Then came the fan theories, and oh boy, they were even wilder than the memes. Some suggested that the footage was staged, a performance art experiment designed to mess with our heads. Others believed there was a hidden message, a clue that D4vd was preparing for a new album drop disguised as FBI drama. And the conspiracy theorists? They were in full meltdown mode, suggesting secret messages, government involvement, or even a tie-in with alien life forms. Nothing was too extreme. Nothing was too ridiculous. The crazier the theory, the more it spread. The internet doesn't judge. It amplifies. As the reactions multiplied, celebrity allies and rivals got involved, injecting even more chaos. Friends of D4vd posted supportive messages that were immediately dissected. Was it genuine? Was it sarcasm? Or was it a subtle dig at someone else? Rivals, on the other hand, quietly liked memes that made fun of the footage, because if there's one rule in celebrity drama, it's that subtle shade is always more effective than a full-blown fight. The commentary became a chess game of wit, sarcasm, and digital manipulation, and fans loved every second. And let's talk about timing, because the timing was impeccable. The footage leaked just as D4vd was preparing to drop a new single. Coincidence? Maybe. But in the world of internet chaos, timing is everything. Fans speculated that this was a marketing ploy, a genius, high-risk stunt that would guarantee viral attention. Others believed it was pure accident, a oops from the FBI with catastrophic consequences. Either way, the effect was undeniable. Everyone was talking, everyone was reacting, and everyone was making content. This was the perfect storm. The public outrage, of course, escalated in dramatic fashion. Some fans were furious, demanding explanations, apologies, or even resignations from whoever leaked the footage. Others were gleeful, watching the drama unfold with popcorn in hand, live tweeting reactions like it was the Super Bowl. Comments ranged from, "This is insane," "I can't even," to "I knew something like this would happen eventually." The spectrum of emotion was staggering. Shock, amusement, horror, admiration, disbelief, all coexisting in a single, chaotic online ecosystem. Pop culture comparisons hit new heights during this period. Some fans claimed the footage was like watching a mashup of Breaking Bad, The Office, and Keeping Up with the Kardashians, with a pinch of Stranger Things suspense for flavor. Others compared it to watching a suspense thriller where the main character occasionally trips over their own shoelaces. Every analogy was more outrageous than the last, fueling the virality. The internet doesn't just consume content, it dramatizes it, exaggerates it, and immortalizes it. Then there were the reactions that could only be described as absurdly creative. TikTok users began reenacting clips from the footage, adding dramatic music, captions, and even over-the-top special effects. Instagram Reels flourished with slow-motion zoom-ins and mock commentary, turning private moments into public spectacles. Every second of D4vd's personal life became raw material for entertainment, proving once again that in the digital age, privacy is a myth and virality is king. And the public wasn't just watching passively, they were interacting, debating, and speculating. Comment threads grew longer than Shakespeare's plays, filled with wild theories, clever jokes, and relentless sarcasm. Each post was a new microdrama, each reply a mini-episode. People were dissecting body language, speculating on conversations, and even theorizing about background noises. It was analytical, hysterical, and completely addictive. The footage had transformed from a simple leak into a full-scale cultural event. By this point, the drama had entered a new level of absurdity. Celebrities weighing in, fans creating endless memes, conspiracy theorists spinning wild stories. The internet had officially lost its collective mind, and D4vd, whether he was laughing, crying, or silently panicking, we'll never truly know. But one thing is certain, the footage had rewritten his public narrative overnight. No longer just a music artist, he was now the epicenter of digital chaos, a a symbol of vulnerability, unpredictability, and viral spectacle. The twists kept coming. Each new clip released or shared sparked fresh rounds of frenzy. Suddenly, a small movement in the footage could cause global speculation. A glance at a phone, theories about secret messages, a sip of water, meme gold. Every mundane action became monumental because in the digital age, context is irrelevant. Virality is everything. And the internet wasn't gentle. It was relentless, creating content at a rate that would make a newsroom blush. And let's not forget the lessons in human psychology. Fans are addicted to scandal, drawn to chaos, and fascinated by unpredictability. The footage tapped into all of these instincts, creating an irresistible storm of curiosity, judgment, and entertainment. Every share, like, and comment amplified the drama, proving that once the internet catches fire, there's no putting it out. The leak had ignited a wildfire of discussion, humor, outrage, and fascination, leaving no corner of social media untouched. By the end of this wave, it was clear. The D4vd footage wasn't just a leak. It was a cultural reset. It forced fans, celebrities, and casual observers to re-evaluate their perceptions, question reality, and engage in one of the most chaotic digital phenomena of the year. And the kicker? This was only the beginning. The reactions, the memes, the speculation, all of it was setting the stage for even bigger drama. If part 1 revealed the leak, part 2 is proving that the fallout is bigger, louder, and far more chaotic than anyone could have imagined. The story had become a living, breathing entity, evolving with each new post, meme and theory. It was unpredictable, outrageous, and utterly mesmerizing. The kind of scandal that fuels online obsession, late-night jokes, and trending hashtags for weeks, if not months. Fans were hooked, celebrities were engaged, and the internet was officially in the grip of D4vd fever. By the time the dust began to settle, though let's be honest, in the digital world, dust never really settles. The aftermath of D4vd's leaked CCTV footage was nothing short of a cultural earthquake. The fallout wasn't subtle. It was loud, messy, and completely unavoidable. Friends, fans, rivals, and random keyboard warriors all suddenly had an opinion. Every move he made, every post he shared afterward, was scrutinized under a microscope hotter than the sun on a summer sidewalk. Forget damage control. This was damage demolition, and it was happening in real time. Reputation shattered, perception twisted, relationships tested. The man who once commanded a calm, curated public persona was now a walking headline, a meme generator, and a cautionary tale all rolled into one. The leaked footage had done what no PR campaign could ever achieve. It humanized D4vd in the most chaotic way possible, showing fans that the polished image they adored was only a fraction of the story. And yes, some people were thrilled to see the real him, while others were horrified, tweeting lines like, "I can't unsee this," and "This is too much for my fragile heart." But let's not sugarcoat it. There were consequences. The entertainment industry is brutal, and privacy is a myth. Celebrities thrive on perception, and when perception shifts, everything shifts. Brands began to tread carefully. Sponsors paused campaigns, and even collaborators reportedly reconsidered partnerships. In some corners of the internet, hashtags calling for accountability began trending. But of course, the internet has a sense of humor, so amidst the outrage, memes and parodies continued to flourish. This is the paradox of virality. Chaos and comedy often go hand in hand. Even D4vd's inner circle felt the shockwaves. Friends who were once allies suddenly became strategists, managing damage control, social media statements, and public perception like seasoned generals in a battlefield of followers and retweets. Family members reportedly had to deal with sudden public scrutiny as if they had voluntarily signed up for this circus. And rivals? Oh, they thrived. They watched the spectacle with gleeful satisfaction, subtly hinting at past gossip or using cryptic posts to keep the drama alive. It's the celebrity equivalent of watching someone step on a rake. Painful, hilarious, and impossible to look away from. Public perception, of course, became a living entity. Fans who had defended D4vd for years now found themselves questioning loyalties, debating motives, and even analyzing the psychological implications of mundane actions captured on tape. A shrug, a glance, or a slight smile was dissected, theorized, and dramatized across Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Every second of footage became a puzzle piece in a cultural narrative that grew more elaborate with each passing hour. The situation had evolved beyond scandal into mythology, and D4vd, whether he liked it or not, was the protagonist. Let's talk about social media trends, because they didn't just ride the wave. They created tidal forces. The hashtag #D4vdleak wasn't just trending. It became a symbol of internet hysteria, attracting content creators, meme lords, and journalists alike. Viral videos, reaction clips, and commentary exploded. People weren't just watching. They were participating, remixing, and building a narrative more elaborate than most Hollywood scripts. And naturally, the drama fueled even more engagement, proving once again that controversy is the best marketing tool, intentional or not. And the pop culture comparisons, they reached absurd heights. Some fans compared D4vd's leak fallout to the chaos of a superhero origin story, where the hero's secret identity is exposed, triggering worldwide reactions. Others said it rivaled infamous reality TV meltdowns. Think Jersey Shore meets Keeping Up with the Kardashians, with a dash of Black Mirror suspense thrown in for seasoning. No metaphor was too extreme. If it could exaggerate drama, fans applied it. And of course, the humor was relentless. Memes likening D4vd to a character from The Office or a hamster in a runaway hamster wheel went viral, cementing the footage as part of internet history. As for personal relationships, the leak was a seismic event. Romantic connections, friendships, and professional partnerships were tested. Messages were scrutinized, reactions were analyzed, and anyone remotely connected was suddenly part of the conversation. It's one thing to deal with fans and media. It's another to have your private life dissected by millions of people you've never met. Every interaction became a potential headline, every message a potential meme, and every pause a source of speculation. The line between private and public had officially evaporated. Meanwhile, D4vd's own response, or lack thereof, became part of the story. Staying silent could be interpreted as composure or guilt. Addressing it publicly risked feeding the fire even more. Every option carried consequences. Every move could spark a new wave of memes, commentary, and outrage. This is the paradox of modern fame. Your image is simultaneously fragile, untouchable, and entirely dictated by the collective opinion of a hyperactive internet. Even weeks later, the impact lingered. Fans continued to debate. Celebrities continued to make cryptic references, and the footage itself continued to circulate in edited forms, GIFs, and compilations. Analysts dissected every second like archaeologists uncovering ancient ruins. The digital world had essentially canonized the footage as a cultural artifact, something to study, parody, and exploit for maximum entertainment. D4vd was no longer just an artist. He was a symbol of virality, chaos, and the unpredictable power of leaked content. And here's the wildest part. Despite all the drama, despite reputations being shaken and social media erupting, the footage somehow boosted engagement. Streams increased, mentions skyrocketed, and attention spans zeroed in like laser beams. The internet is cruel, chaotic, and unpredictable, but it's also a twisted engine of fame. Controversy fuels attention, and attention fuels influence. Even amidst chaos, D4vd's presence became larger than ever. A paradox only the modern celebrity ecosystem can explain. By the end of the aftermath, the lessons were clear. In the digital age, privacy is fragile, virality is unpredictable, and every action has the potential to spiral into global discussion. D4vd's leaked footage was more than a scandal. It was a cultural reset, a moment in time that reshaped perception, tested relationships, and sparked unrelenting creativity across social media. Fans, celebrities, and casual observers alike were left on edge, wondering what would happen next. And the cliffhanger? Well, the story isn't over. If you thought the leak was dramatic, wait until you see the next twist. The aftermath has only just begun. New revelations, reactions, and viral moments are guaranteed to emerge, ensuring that D4vd remains at the center of internet chaos for weeks, maybe months to come. The stage is set, the audience is waiting, and the drama, it's far from finished. All right, folks, if your jaw isn't already on the floor, it's time to get serious. And by serious, I mean smash that like button like it owes you money. Because let's face it, if you made it this far, you clearly love chaos, drama, and celebrities making life look like a high-budget reality show. And guess what? The Rap Truth delivers it all. Every scandal, every leak, every jaw-dropping moment, faster than you can say viral meltdown. Don't just sit there pretending you're too cool to care. Hit that subscribe button like your Wi-Fi just went out mid-meme scroll, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a single twist, turn, or shocking revelation. Because in this world, if you blink, you're already behind. Fans, haters, casual lurkers, we don't discriminate. Everyone gets a front row seat to the chaos. Comments, oh, we want them. Drop your hottest takes, wildest theories, and savage memes in the comments section. We'll read them, laugh, and maybe even feature the juiciest ones in the next episode. Remember, scandals don't wait, and neither do we. New drama drops constantly here, faster than you can refresh Twitter. One day it's D4vd, the next it's someone else spiraling into internet fame or infamy. And trust me, you do not want to be the last to know. The Rap Truth isn't just a channel. It's your ultimate scandal HQ, your chaos control center, your VIP pass to all the celebrity madness you secretly love to witness. So, what are you waiting for? Smash subscribe, comment, and buckle up. The drama doesn't stop, the memes keep coming, and the Rap Truth is here to deliver it all. Raw, unfiltered, outrageous, and impossible to ignore. Stay tuned, because the next scandal is already lurking, and you'll want to be front and center when it hits. Front and center when it hits.